Warning, may cause extreme student engagement.
Welcome to the Digital Dish,
your go-to podcast for all things tech and education.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
And happy Earth Day.
Is it Earth Day already?
It's Earth Day today, yep.
I'm glad the sun is shining.
100%. Not snowing like it was last week.
I know. Terrible news. Terrible.
Absolutely.
So, this is the Digital Dish, as you're probably well aware because you found us
Welcome
on the
back.
internets. And in this podcast, we are hoping to help, educators learn something new and be inspired and maybe smile a little bit on their way into work if you're listening on your way into work. Go ahead. You can start.
I'm Allie, recovering from book cliffhangers, and your EdTech coach.
And I'm Katie. I'm quote-unquote published. And I'm the director of EdTech at West Hill.
So where were you published, Katie?
It's this little magazine called the EdTech Magazine.
Super cool.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. So somebody said something to me, one of my colleagues, like, oh, you're so talented. But I don't think it's talent that this happened. I think it's knowing, it's all about relationships. So I think back, 12 or 15 years ago when I was really involved with NiceGate. And I started running all these ed camps that were all Google-based. We called them Google camps. So it was like you come and say what you wanted to either present or what you want to learn, and someone else might say, oh, I know something about that, and we'd create a schedule right there. So the schedule wasn't pre-planned or anything like that, and everybody loved it. And so we did like 10 or 15 in the state. I don't remember. That's probably an exaggeration. But we had a team of 4 people, and one of the people on the team was named Natalia, and she was from downstate. And then over the years, we've kind of kept in touch, seen each other at conferences. She went to work for Google, and then she went to go work for CDW Education. And CDW owns the EdTech magazine, and they were looking for someone to interview about AI use in schools. And she thought of me and recommended me to be interviewed for this article. So I'm one of 3 people in the article, but it's kind of weird. They sent out like a photographer that they contract with, and yeah, it was fun and interesting. I've never shown up in a publication like that before. It's kind of cool.
That is so cool, though.
Yeah, I know, and it's not like about me. It's about our district. I don't want to tout myself as being like this end all be all of AI, because I'm not. It's not necessarily talent. It's just willingness to share what we're doing and being excited about what we're doing. I think, and that hopefully is infectious. But yeah,
Absolutely. Well, and it's a bright spot for West Hill.
yeah. I love this district, so I love promoting it and the awesome things we're doing. So that was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
So I'm more interested in you at the moment, though. I hate talking about myself.
A nice topic change there. Yeah, so I'm recovering from cliffhangers in books right now.
Mm-hmm.
I finished Onyx Storm.
I have not finished that one yet. Don't tell me.
It is. Yep.
Is it the end of the series, or is it they left it open?
Yes.
She left it open.
Yes. From what I understand, she has already said she's going to be writing a 4th one in this particular series.
Okay.
But I got so frustrated with it, I reread the last page and I flipped the book.
Oh, no. So now you're going to be the one to tell me that as soon as you finish it,
Yes,
message
please text me.
Because that's what I did for you. And
Yep.
it was the first book,
It was
right?
the 4th one, yep.
Yeah. We can't, no spoilers, but if you
Nope,
haven't
not
read
at
it,
all.
you have to read it.
Absolutely. Please read it. It's
so
crazy.
good.
It's so crazy.
So
but
good.
I was like, no. And then I flipped the book and my boyfriend's like, are you okay? I was like, no, I'm not.
No, I'm angry.
So then, of course, I had to pick up another book.
What did you
an
pick
hour later.
up?
Sunrise on the Reaping,
Oh.
the new Hunger Games book.
Oh, okay. I have to finish Onyx Storm, but my next one I think is gonna be The Women by Kristen Hanna.
Ooh.
She wrote The Nightingale, and that book made me sob. Did we talk about that before?
We've talked about that, yeah.
Yeah. Ah! Do you ever have with Padfoot cuteness aggression?
All the time.
Yeah, you're like angry. She's so cute. That's how I feel
Yes.
about my books. Like I like it so much. I'm angry about it.
Well, and it's fun. Like, she's so adorable, but she's 85 pounds. So it's like angry aggression and I'm going to flop all over you. So I don't know if your
Yeah.
books do that. They might.
In my head,
In your head, they
that's
do.
like literal or figuratively. They do. They attack me and slobber on me.
Yes, and that's why we cry when things happen.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, what is something that you've seen? I see that you have an appetizer going for us.
Yeah. It's not necessarily something I've seen, but something that we've been working on in the background. A lot of people don't know, like the other side of what I do with the technical background stuff. So my team is working on learning a new computer management system, and it's going really well. It's going better, I think, because we're devoting more time to it. Like at first it was a little bumpy. Things weren't working the way we expected it to, but now that we're like really kind of learning it and diving in and seeing some success, that kind of makes you want to do more and try other things, and you have all this learning experience, and now you know what to do and how to like figure it out. So then you see more success. It's kind of like, I don't know. Yeah. When you're like training for something and you see results. And then we also are deploying a new remote application to help my team do better with tech support, because we're so spread out over the district, and you
Right.
could be anywhere in any building at any time. So like, you know, if somebody up at the middle school needed help with something or a sub, and Nicole can like remote into their computer and take over and try some things. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, I'm excited. I love improvements. I'm like one of those people that wants to always improve something. And I think that's probably why this job is so good for me, because there's always something that I can work on, or the team can work on, or like making things better. So yeah. How
That's
about
exciting.
you? Because, ma'am, you were late today,
I was very late today.
but you have a good reason.
It was very late today. So I was actually working in a third grade classroom at Cherry Road, and we were doing some coding stuff. Yes, 100%.
There's no fade on that.
It's just all or nothing.
Yeah.
But so they're studying frogs. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building hoppers and Legos, and they're actually going to be able to code it to hop forward and change like the legs to see how far it can go versus everybody else's and things like that. So we were laying the groundwork of coding today. So we did some coding hopscotch, and we talked about different adaptations that we can do to help our hopper live a little better.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
It was so cool.
That's awesome. Did you take pictures?
I didn't. I know she did.
Okay, I'll have
And
to
I
ask
know
her.
they're actually building the hopper next week.
Oh,
So if you have
maybe
time next week.
maybe we could do a traveling road show next week.
There we go.
Our faces
Interview
just
the
got
kids.
like, yes, yes. Oh my gosh,
They were
We
so
have
cute,
to.
and they were like, "Yes, Legos!" And so I was
Yeah,
like, "Well,
no,
let's see what we're doing."
We're taking this on the road.
All right.
Yes.
Mobile digital dish.
Yeah, I'm
Kind
excited.
of like a food truck.
We have. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. I want to talk to these kids.
But that goes really well with what
Yeah,
we're
I was
actually
gonna
talking
say,
today.
Great segue.
That was a fantastic segue, Katie.
I know.
So we decided to devote today's episode on coding in the classroom,
Yeah.
which I know some teachers are like,
Or a lot of them say like, this doesn't apply to me. I teach English or I teach science.
which it does. It fully does.
And we're going to talk about that.
We're going to talk about that right now.
Go. So I would like you to share all of your thoughts and brains on coding in the classroom, because I know you're super passionate about it.
I love coding in the classroom. So my prior job, especially at the Catholic schools, I was the tech teacher in 3 different buildings. And so the kids came to me once every 3 days. And I was definitely one of the specials, and I had kindergarten through 6th grade every day that I was there. And so when it was coding, especially like week of code in December and things like that, I worked with their teachers, their classroom teachers, and I had them code in my room. So we coded from kindergarten all the way on up to 6th grade. And my kids absolutely adored it. The littles you got to be super careful with, but it is absolutely 100% possible, especially with hopscotch coding like we did today. So that's part of the unplugged, teaching the coding aspects without being in front of the computer.
When you say teaching the coding aspects, what do you mean by that?
So like functions and repeats and following directions and being able to do all those really cool things that teachers already do in the classroom, just away from the computer screen.
Yeah, I always think about it in a way of like the if-then statements and like the reiteration, like trying something and then modifying it and trying something again. So these are like very important skills for our students, no matter what subject area. Because even in English, you think, okay, I write this sentence and it's fine, but then I want to add a really fun adverb and make it a little bit better, and it's okay, and then I need to like maybe add an adjective or like something a little more descriptive or an onomatopoeia because that's a fun word. But like, yeah, it can apply to any.
Well, absolutely. Even thinking about what we as educators do, because code is a set of directions that we give the computer. We give sets of directions to our students all day long. So essentially, we're coding their little brains. We're coding their little brains to do whatever we would like them or the desirable outcome of what they would like to do.
That's a really good way to put it.
It's what we do, and it's what we hope our students do. So it's worth it. It might take a couple of extra minutes or so, but there's really fun ways to do it. Code.org is a great website.
I was just going to ask, where would people get started?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. So code.org is a great website. Lego Spike is also, especially through BOCES. We have a ton of Legos that you can use with me. I will come in the classroom and help. And then there's also, you can code a friend or a teacher, vocabulary around it that you are also using in your classroom. There's microbits too, which are little teeny tiny computers developed by BBC that we also have that I would come in and love to be able to use in the classrooms with our teachers. And you can do block coding, which is pretty basic code. And then there's also Java and Python that they do as well.
Nice. I have dabbled in JavaScript, which is not Java, but JavaScript is like web application. So I've been trying to modify my app sheet with JavaScript or my spreadsheet with JavaScript. It's almost like if you've ever worked as a secretary back in the 80s and 90s and you had MS-DOS or Microsoft Word eventually when that came out, and you would do the same actions over and over again, and then you'd record a macro to have those actions happen automatically over and over again. So it's like coding is like a macro, basically. It's a set of actions that usually are repeated in loops.
Yep, so you're creating different functions. Yep.
That's so cool.
And what would you like to talk about with coding?
One thing I love robotics. I think being able to see your code come to life is really, really fun for kids, and it also integrates aspects of science like physics, things like that, and aspects of space like geography and math. So one of my semi little educational passions in life is to bring robotics into any subject area, any classroom. So, with drones, we could be talking about the environment in biology and taking barometric pressure readings and using a drone and programming that to go out and come back from the same spot to the same spot like 3 times a day or 4 times a day. And that's something that is a real life application, or search and rescue, with GPS coordinates and things like that. So I really enjoy thinking about that on a bigger level of making something happen with your code.
Absolutely, 100%.
And we have some drones
We do.
in the district. So if you are at West Hill and you're listening and you want to, employ one of us to come with the drones and brainstorm some ways that we could integrate even a couple of days, mini lessons and doing something with them. And it's really more about the collaboration and learning experience and trying and failing than it is anything else, really.
Absolutely. That's honestly probably one of the best things as an educator to see the kids do is the communication and the trial and error part of it. Like there are times in the classroom, because I was learning alongside with my students, that I couldn't figure something out. So I was like, hey guys, you guys figure it out. And they were like, okay. So it's great to watch them do that.
I brought drones to an admin meeting over the summer, and I put up a set of instructions or set of like tasks. I want you to be able to do this and do this and do this. And people started asking me, like, how do I do this? I'm like, I don't know. You have to figure it out. And then it dawned on them, like, what I was doing that on purpose. I'm like, oh. And they did. And they had so much fun doing it. And, like, why wouldn't you want that for the kids, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's always a really fun time. So
yeah, I mean, coding in the classroom is probably one of the most important things. We do it all the time anyway. It's just a matter of kind of tweaking our brain a little bit to think about it differently.
Yeah. And gamifying it a little bit too, I think. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's all I want to say about that for today. Yeah. Oh, do you have anything coming up, going on?
So actually we have robotics, coding across the curriculum robotics in May.
Oh, cool.
That's fun. I'm going to be working with one of the other trainers at Bosie's.
Is that like a workshop people can go to?
Absolutely.
Fun. Is that on Legos or just coding in general?
It's coding in general. So Legos will be one of it, but we also are one of the options. But we have like the TI rovers. We're going to have some different types of robotics, like the hummingbird kits and stuff like that. Yeah.
I think you've talked about hummingbird kits before.
I love the hummingbird kits.
But if you don't know about them, and you're a new listener of 6, maybe Allie, you could describe, because I love the hummingbird kits.
So the hummingbird kits are bringing the microbits to life. So it's really bringing STEM inside of the classroom and taking it from, okay, cool, we can make it blink and do lots of really cool stuff, but now let's bring science and motion into it. So you can make like rovers and robots and I made a little jitterbug that dances back and forth, and it can be light sensitive or sound sensitive.
Or distance sensitive.
Distance sensitive. Yeah. It's really cool. Pretty much, sky's the limit when it comes to it. I made a drawbridge with it earlier this year.
Oh, nice.
It was really cool. Like it would actually like light up, like when it went red, it like opened. Like, so it was a really cool, really cool project.
So even the art teacher could get involved with that. Or like Rube Goldberg machines. If you're doing that in like the elementary level, we could incorporate some hummingbird kits.
Absolutely. It's really super cool.
I love it. All right. I don't really have much coming up myself.
You got a little southern there.
Yeah, sometimes I do that. I don't know why. When I'm feeling awkward. So I think, next week, we kind of teased it, and I changed plans. For next week, we might be talking to some kids. We might be taking this on the road.
We might be taking this on the road a little bit.
Yeah, so you're going to have to tune back in, all 6 of you, to find out what's happening next week.
I'm really excited about their projects, though. Like, super excited.
Should be.
Super excited about their projects.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, awesome.
All right, everybody.
So, to go and find us, though, we have a website.
Where can you find us?
We have a bit.ly website, so bit.ly/digital dish pod.
And I'm assuming that's how you found us in the first place.
Or emails or YouTube or
I guess so. I guess
PDFs or any of those kind of things.
Insta. We're on Insta. Haven't been very active though. I've been so focused on other things at work that I haven't been like putting content out there. So I apologize to everyone out there.
It happens though. Yeah. I mean, we knew it was going to happen, and last week was spring break, so
yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah.
Maybe we can put some of the hoppers next week.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good. Awesome.
Yeah.
I am in district every Tuesday.
Yes, you are. I'm here every day.
Yep. And you have an appointment calendar.
I do have an appointment calendar where you can find a time that works best for you.
YouTube, Spotify, and really wherever you get
Apple
your podcasts.
Podcasts. Yep. Facebook.
Yes.
We're out there too.
Yep.
We're everywhere you want to
everywhere.
be.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Bye.